welcome back to my channel. If you have not been here before, welcome. My name is Naomi. I am a tarot reader here, and I also hope to share some inspiration and some motivation on my way. If you've been here before, welcome back. I have not been around for quite a while. It has definitely been an up and downhill journey in terms of dark nights, the soul journey, the inward journey. It's all been a journey. I'm pretty sure you guys probably share this energy. It has been hectic these past few months, but I'm back, and I will be back every Wednesday and Sunday. So look for my videos every Wednesday and Sunday. That is when I will post them. More often than not, if it's not raining, I will be back here with my garden. And this lovely dead grass right here. I personally don't water this grass because I do normally uproot most of this because it just grows so quickly. But we do have 3 piles in front of us today. We have the Light Seers Tarot right here. We have the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck here. And we have the, the Starseed Oracle right here, along with the Book of Moonology by Yasmin Boland. It is actually a really good book. This is a book that I read very quickly because it was just so good from the get-go. I really enjoyed it. But this book here, it has full moon, new moon, daily moon, and so many other things about how those moons affect you from day to day, or how you can use those energies, such as the new moon energy, to bring in more abundance for yourself, and so on and so forth. Today, it is the day of Cancer where I am, so I will be reading Cancer. If you live somewhere else where it may not be Cancer, then more than likely it's probably going to be a Leo day for you. But I will be reading the Cancer daily moon for everyone today, and at the end of every single pile. So keep tuned in for that if you want your daily moon in Cancer today. And without further ado, let's get into the reading. Alright, if you chose the Light Seers Tarot, this is going to be your reading. I will be reading reversals for every single one, so just stay in tune with your own energy and determine what does and does not resonate with you. You're going to see anything calls out. We already have one. We have the upright. I believe this is the 5 of Cups right here. An upright 5 of Cups as the energy so far. We're going to go into that. Already what I'm getting from that is that the universe has been sending in blessings to quite a few of you guys. But what I see here is that there's been a lot of anxiety kind of keeping you up at night, making it very hard for you to move past this energy. It's just kind of like, there we go. Yeah, definitely in your head, because we got 2 swords here. We got the 10 of Swords in reverse. This is about the ending of something, and the 9 of Swords is about coming close to the ending. So what I get here is that you guys are definitely working through this energy, especially with all the hectic energies that have been going on. And the thing is that it's not quite done yet, but it will be very soon. Sorry, because you are a very strong person, and you know that you will get through this. You know that this can be done. You just have to find the right solution for it, is what I'm getting. And that solution has to do something with your routine here. Yep, the Ace of Wands, Eureka. Something in your routine is not supporting you in the long term. Essentially, your body doesn't really want that, or it wants more of something. It could be that it may want more exercise, it may want healthier food, or it may even be asking you, hey, can you eat, something new? Because I'm not quite getting what I want here. And we also have the Queen of Cups. This is also affecting your emotions, but what I get is that you guys are taking a very good handle of your emotions, and you're not allowing it to control you mentally, even if, it seems very tempting with this 9 of Swords here. You guys are definitely standing strong. So what I get for this overall energy for you guys is that this new moon is going to be bringing in so much glorious things for you. This new moon is going to allow you to have this 10 of Swords upright. You're going to be able to end this cycle of constant anxiety, I would definitely suggest, if you do not do this already, maybe write out what anxieties you want to release, or maybe even write an affirmation and say it repeatedly, like, I am in control of what I pay attention to. Because anxiety is about you focusing on those thoughts, hyper-focusing, causing depression sometimes too, or just feeling like everything's out of control, nothing's going right, you may not feel right in your skin. And what this is saying to you is that this is coming to an end. Even if it's not coming to an end right now, with this new moon, you can ask for these energies to be taken away by your angels, by Mother Gaia, whatever it may be. It could also just be that you need to spend more time outside. So what we have here is this something has to be added to your routine. Something has to be added or taken away from your routine to allow you to reach what you actually desire for yourself. That's what I'm getting overall for this. And that's what the new moon's going to be helping you with. For the daily moon, however, we have the daily moon in Cancer today, so I'll go ahead and read this off. So, first part is, after the carry-on of the past few days, the world breathes a sigh of relief as the moon moves into home-loving Cancer. This is a day to retreat to the bosom of your family, or at least to be at home. The vibe mellows, and suddenly, domesticity beckons. It's a day to feather your nest. Sort out your home if it's in a bit of a mess. Clear up, clean up, and do the washing. Have friends or family over to enjoy a good meal. If you find yourself giving in to the slightly insecure Cancer vibe, have a word with yourself. I feel like this is what the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords is very much talking about here, along with this Queen of Cups. A Cancer moon day is a wonderful time to work on your doubts and fears. Right here, don't scuttle away under a rock. Work out what's worrying you. This is also a good day to show someone that you're soft underbelly. Don't be too hard-headed. And this moon is very good for, so this is something that you might want to do today, is baking, staying in, and getting cozy. Spending time with loved ones, coming up with a dynamic plan, such as, maybe you want to do A, B, and C. How can you do that? And it's not so good for being detached, aloof, and unemotional. One thing you can do today is spend time with kids you adore. Be hospitable. Take time out. And something you might not want to do today is drag yourself to any place you don't feel like going, unless you totally have to. So that is the energy for today and for this new moon coming up. Accept that energy, allow it to flow through you, and trust me, everything will work out just the way it needs to. Have an amazing day. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. Bye. Hello, and if you chose the Psychic Tarot deck, this will be your reading. And like I said before, we will be doing the daily moon in here, so stay tuned if you want that. And let's go ahead, without further ado, let's see what we have here today. Getting kind of a bleh energy here. New beginnings though! So I think you guys are coming out of a bleh period, and you're stepping into new beginnings, along with, this new moon is bringing in firm foundations for you guys. So that is really awesome. We have some obstacles and challenges which may not be as fun. They are never as fun, to be honest. But what the universe really wants you to take away from this is the lessons that are coming into play. Because they're very important for your destiny, for what you're meant to do in this life. So even if you are feeling kind of bleh, if you have signed yourself up to do something, and your fear is telling you not to do it, that lesson then is to overcome that fear and to step into what you know you truly wish to do for yourself. Because everything will work out just fine. So what I'm getting for you, my Psychic Tarot deck, or my pile of twos, is that you guys are very much coming out of a bleh period. You may have not been feeling your best, you may have been sick, But we do have new beginnings coming in, and these new beginnings are paving new ways for you to accept and flow into what you wish to happen. It's pretty much the path of least resistance is what's happening here. This new moon is bringing in your solution to tap into your path of least resistance. So whether or not you may already be in your path of least resistance, or if you're learning to be in the path of least resistance, all it's saying here is that this new beginning is bringing in a new solution that will help you be in this path of least resistance fully and accepting it as it is. Because sometimes the path of least resistance is the one that builds firm foundations. And to build a firm foundation, it all starts within you. And that is very, very hard. Building new foundations have to happen after things have been torn down. So that's where all this bleh period came in. You may have gone back to old addictions. You may have been on your phone a lot more. You may have wanted to sleep in more. That entire energy, all of that was okay. All of that energy was necessary and needed, because you must always be graceful in movement and action. When you are being asked to rest. Whatever it looks like, just do it. If you feel like, oh man, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, those thoughts are only making you feel like you're doing what you're not supposed to be doing. And essentially, what you are doing in that moment is exactly what you should be doing. There's nothing else you have to do. There's nothing more you have to do. But now that we're stepping into this energy with this new moon, there is stuff for you to do. Because in that time of rest, the universe gave you a lot of lessons, a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges to tear down old foundations so you can build a firmer one. That's where a lot of anxiety came in, a lot of depression, a lot of overeating, a lot of oversleeping, a lot of I don't really want to feel, I want to be numb. All of those feelings were valid in that moment. So you can step into this moment now. Now, while you are building these firm foundations, you're not going to see these firm foundations until you are presented with those obstacles and challenges of daily life. Because when you see those obstacles and those challenges, you're no longer sitting there going, I don't know what to do. Instead, you're like, I know exactly what to do. Because I know myself, I know what I want, I know what I want to do. And if you feel like you're not quite there, this is what the new moon is bringing in for you. So if you feel that you're still in step 1 over here, step 3 is over here, this is step 2, then allow step 2 to take its time. Slow down. Experience each and every setback so you can learn and gain wisdom so you don't experience those same setbacks again. And also with the Destiny card here, this is all meant to happen. Everything you have done up until this moment and that you will do after this moment was meant to happen. So don't beat yourself up. Don't feel that you're doing the wrong thing, because you're on the right track, you're doing amazing, and the entire universe is behind you and proud of you. And that's where we have light coming in. Because the end of step 2, leading up to step 3, is light. Your own inner light. Whether you discover it exactly on the day of the new moon, the day after, or even a month after, you will find your light. You will find what drives you. You will find what pushes you, and it will lead you further and further towards yourself, further and further towards what you want. And because of that, you will have a strong material harvest coming in by the end of the summer, or even by the end of the year. By the end of the year especially, look at your bank account. Look at your bank account now. Keep track of it. Look at it by the end of the year. I guarantee you, you will have more money in that account than you've ever had in your life, because you chose to take what you needed to do and do it. That is all you. Now that we have that reading down and you have been motivated and some energy is flowing through you, let's get into your daily moon. So for this daily moon, it is in Cancer. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this off for you and take whatever resonates with you, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, let's begin. After the carry-on of the past few days, the world breathes a sigh of relief as the moon moves into home-loving Cancer. This is a day to retreat to the bosom of your family, or at least to be at home. The vibe mellows and suddenly, domesticity beckons. It's a day to feather your nest. Sort out your home if it's in a bit of a mess. Clear up, clean up, and do the washing. Have friends or family over to enjoy a good meal. If you find yourself giving in to the slightly insecure Cancer vibe, have a word with yourself. A Cancer moon day is a wonderful time to work on your doubts and fears. Don't scuttle away under a rock. Work out what's worrying you. This is also a good day to show someone your soft underbelly. Don't be too hard-headed. Good for baking, staying in, and getting cozy. Spending time with loved ones. Coming up with a dynamic plan, such as, something fun to do. Not so good for being detached, aloof, and unemotional. Something you could do today is spend time with kids you adore, be hospitable, and take time out. And something you don't want to do today is drag yourself to any place you don't feel like going unless you totally have to. There we go, my second pile. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I appreciate all of you guys. Have an amazing day, and I hope you have an amazing morning as well. Thank you for listening. Bye. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Don't mind the noise in the background. I believe someone started vacuuming. But if you chose pile 3 or the Starseed Oracle deck, this is going to be your reading. So what I get from this pile, there's a lot of noise going on in your head. A lot, and I mean a lot of noise. You've been trying your best to silence it, but it has definitely been overwhelming. So the first card we have is the card of Perspective, and at the bottom there it says, none of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. So none of those overbearing thoughts that keep repeating over and over and over and over and over, none of those matter. They don't matter. I know it's hard to believe that because they've been controlling so much of what you've been doing, so much of your time. They don't matter. Zoom out. Remember, you live on a planet. This planet is currently in the middle of an empty space bubble with other planets floating around. The only thing holding you here right now is a sun, which is typically a star, and that star will eventually die. Eventually you won't be here. Zoom out. That's what that means. And when you zoom out and you realize none of that matters, you remember what does matter to you. And that is that card of Perspective right there. We have the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. I definitely, this one flew right out. All right, we also have Deep Cellular Healing. So this one wanted to come on over and sit with this card here for a reason. For this pile here, what I'm getting is that a lot of this noise has been deafening because there's something else beneath that you don't want to listen to. There's something else inside your heart, inside your mind, inside your DNA that you have been trying to hide, to run away from, or not acknowledge. And this is generational trauma. This is trauma passed down from person to person to person for hundreds of years. For some of you guys, a couple generations, whatever it may be. There has been something in your family line that you are severing ties with because of you wanting to move past this generational trauma and choose better for yourself. That is absolutely amazing, and you should know that you are honored by the universe because the universe is honored to have you. You are doing absolutely amazing. Alright, so for this new moon, what I am getting is that if you are the blue flame, we have spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So you guys don't have a choice, essentially. you guys are going to be severing ties with this generational trauma. You don't have a choice. The universe is not giving you a choice. And that's what this new moon is about. You were the one chosen to break this. It is now within your own hands to break it, and the universe is not giving you a choice to run away from it. That's essentially what's happening with this new moon. This new moon is awakening you. The universe is awakening you. It is now time, is what I'm getting from this. And it may seem a little like, really? They're not going to give me a choice? But you're going to be happier in the long run. Because sometimes the universe chooses for us what we don't know we need. Ooh, this is the most cards that came out. So we have Activated Earth and Portal. We'll go ahead and place these down. So we have Activated Earth. We have Portal at the bottom of the deck. We have Lost Lands. And for Activated Earth at the bottom, it says power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Like I just said, they're gonna push you into this, but trust where you're being led. You will only be happier in the end. And then for Portal here, we have doors are opening, you decide, rewards, and wild card. What I'm getting from this is that you guys are gonna be shown these portals, whether in your dreams or in waking life. Things are gonna start working out in ways you never thought they could. You're gonna be starting to be offered things you never thought you would be offered. It's gonna be spontaneous, just go, essentially, type movement. Go, 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 essentially. The thing is that you guys decide where you wanna go. So if 5,000 doors open and you only choose 3, then you chose those 3. And those are the 3 that you're gonna choose, and the rest of the doors are gonna close. But that doesn't mean that, no more doors are gonna open. That means that 4,977 other doors are gonna open. Because you only open 3, that leaves 4,997 other doors to open. 4,997 doors are also gonna be opening at the same time that those doors close. So never worry about whether or not you're choosing the right door. Trust you are. Trust where you're being led. And the bottom of this one, for Lost Lands, is soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Because you guys have done this before. This is not your first lifetime, or even you guys may have been going through this process over and over and over and over again, because that is what humanity is. We're constantly cycling through lessons and obstacles and challenges, trying to build up to what the universe knows we are capable of. The universe knows exactly what you are capable of. You know what you are capable of. With these doors opening, the universe is saying, trust that you are capable, and we will take you anywhere. So, that is the new moon coming up, and for our daily moon today, it is in Cancer. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the daily moon in Cancer. And so all this will be on the back here. It won't take long, so without further ado, let's begin. After the carry-on of the past few days, the world breathes a sigh of relief as the moon moves into your home-loving Cancer. This is a day to retreat to the bosom of your family, or at least to be at home. The vibe mellows, and suddenly, domesticity beckons. It's a day to feather your nest. Sort out your home if it's in a bit of a mess. Clear up, clean up, and do the washing. Have friends or family over to enjoy a good meal. If you find yourself giving in to the slightly insecure Cancer vibe, have a word with yourself. A Cancer moon day is a wonderful time to work on your doubts and fears. Don't scuttle away under a rock. Work out what's worrying you. This is also a good day to show someone your soft underbelly. Don't be too hard-headed. This day is good for baking, staying in, and getting cozy. It is about spending time with loved ones and coming up with dynamic plans, such as, if you want to go on a trip, go on a trip. Or even just, set a day to go out by yourself today if you want to. Obviously, this is a day where if you want to stay home, stay home. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. There's a dog over at my neighbor's yard. It's just not so good for being detached, aloof, and unemotional. Do something like spend time with kids you adore. Be hospitable and take time out for yourself. And something you don't want to do today is drag yourself to any place you don't feel like going unless you totally have to. Alright, you guys, that is all for this reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I will see you again on Sunday, and have an amazing day. Bye!